In today's lecture, we will discuss the microstrip line design equations, and by taking a practical example, we will design the microstrip line, and we will also simulate that microstrip line in HFSS. The purpose of analysis of microstrip line or any other transmission line is to determine the characteristic impedance and propagation constant, that is phase velocity and attenuation constant of microstrip line. There are various methods of microstrip analysis, and these various methods can be divided into two main groups. The first is QC static. The first analysis is QC static, and the other analysis is full wave analysis. In the QC static analysis, we considered to be pure transverse electromagnetic modes, and the microstrip characteristics are calculated from the electrostatic capacitance of the structure. So the QC static analysis is used when the design circuit having the lower frequency, this is below 10 gigahertz or below X band. QC static analysis is adequate or used when the width of the microstrip and the thickness of the substrate are smaller than the wavelength in the substrate. So this is the wavelength lambda m in the substrate. That is W and H are much smaller than the wavelength in the substrate. That time we will use the QC static analysis, because most of the electric field are confined inside the dielectric substrate. On the other hand, the full wave analysis is more rigorous and analytically complex. The important outcome of full wave analysis is inform about the dispersive nature of microstrip line. So it gives the dispersive nature of microstrip line. And this include the variation in the characteristic impedance of the transmission line and phase velocity with frequency. Now we will see the synthesis formula of microstrip line. So we will see the synthesis formulas of microstrip line. In the synthesis formula, we have two conditions. In the first condition, the characteristic impedance and permittivity is given, and in the second case, we have W by H ratio is given and permittivity of the material is given. When Z0 and epsilon R is given, that time we have two conditions. In the first condition, we have narrow strip, and high impedance condition, and in the second case we have a wide strip and low impedance. The meaning of low impedance is Z0 is less than 44 minus 2 epsilon R ohm. So that is the condition for low impedance. But in this course, I will not discuss these two techniques. I will discuss only this one when W by H and epsilon R is given. So here we can see that there is a relation between characteristic impedance and effective dielectric constant and W by H ratio. We can see a graph and we can plot the relation in between characteristic impedance W by H and under root epsilon Re in this graph. So let us suppose the value of epsilon R equal to 1. Let us suppose the value of epsilon R equal to 1. It means there is only air. So the curve line will be like this. This dotted line is representing the relation between these three quantities. So here we can say that as the W by H is increased, W by H, that is width of the microstrip line, and the thickness of the substrate is and the ratio of the thickness of the substrate is increases, the characteristic impedance of the transmission line is decreases. We can also plot the curve for the different value of dielectric constant. Let us suppose we have a dielectric material having the value 2.5. So how we will plot this line? This line will pass from this point and it will be reached at the value 1.5. This is for the value of epsilon R equal to 2.55. This is for the value of epsilon R equal to 1. And similarly for if we have the value of dielectric constant is 3.78, then this curve will be plot like this. This is for 3.78, and if we have under root epsilon R equal to 16, then the plot will start from this point and it will be end at this point 3.5. So by seeing this graph, we can make some conclusion, and these conclusions are: first, the impedance for any value of epsilon R can be obtained by dividing ZOMA by the corresponding value of epsilon R. So ZOMA means this is the characteristic impedance of the material in the air. Now the second conclusion is that the impedance value decreases. This Z naught will decreases when the strip width and the ratio of substrate height is increased. This is why, because increases in W increases the line capacitance. Now the third conclusion is that wavelength in the microstrip is lambda m. This is the wavelength in microstrip. So lambda is lambda m, that which is wavelength in the microstrip, is related to epsilon Re, that is effective permittivity, by the expression lambda m equal to lambda naught upon epsilon R effective. This is obvious because in the microstrip line, this is microstrip and this is ground plane. The electric field, some of the electric field lines are in the air as well as in the material. So the permittivity of the air is epsilon naught and the permittivity of the material is epsilon R. So that is why we have to require a term epsilon R effective. This value is in between the value of epsilon naught and epsilon R. This is the effective permittivity. That is why the wavelength in the free space is lambda naught and the wavelength in the material is lambda m. So we can represent the term lambda m in term of epsilon R effective as lambda m equal to lambda naught upon under root epsilon R effective. This lambda m is a function of W by H and W by H is a function of Z naught M. So the lambda M is also the function of Z naught M. And this relation implies that we can understand this by an example, that is if we have a section of transmission line having length L and the impedance of the line is, or the impedance of this section is 25 ohm. So the length of the section of 25 ohm will different from the length of the section of 100 ohm at the same frequency. At the same frequency. It is an interesting conclusion that for the same frequency, we have to require different length of transmission line if the characteristic impedance of the line is different. So here we will see the synthesis of the microstrip line. So here we will calculate the characteristic impedance of the line and we will calculate the attenuation of the line and also we will calculate the width of the transmission line. So the first formula is for the characteristic impedance, that is Z naught. So first we will calculate the W by H. If W by H is less than 1, then we will use the first formula, that is 60 by under root epsilon effective log 8H upon W plus W upon 4H. And if the W by H ratio is greater than 1, then we will use the second formula. We will take the assumption that W by H is less than 2 or it is greater than 2. If W by H is less than 2, this is our rough assumption, then we will calculate the actual value of W by H by this formula 8 e raised to power a upon e raised to power 2a minus 2. And similarly, if W by H is greater than 2, then we will use the second formula. We can also choose the value of W by H by the graphs. So I will see in the when I will design the microstrip line, that time I will show you some graphs by which we will calculate the ratio of W by H directly from the graph. And in this formula, where I have A and B, two constants, so I will calculate the value of A by this equation and I will calculate the value of B by this equation. Similarly, the epsilon effective can be calculated by this formula epsilon R plus 1 upon 2 plus epsilon R minus 1 upon 2, 1 upon under root 1 plus 12 H upon W. By this formula, we will calculate epsilon effective. In the microstrip line, we have two kind of attenuations. First one, attenuation due to dielectric loss, that is alpha d equal to k naught epsilon r. Epsilon effective minus 1 10 delta, where 10 delta is the loss tangent of the material, divided by 2 under root epsilon r effective, epsilon r minus 1 Napier per meter. And the attenuation due to conductor is Rs upon Z naught W Napier per meter, where Rs is the omega mu naught upon 2 sigma. This is the surface resistivity of the conductor. So we have the following parameters that design a microstrip line on a 0.5 mm alumina substrate. It means we have H equal to 0.5 mm and the value of epsilon r is equal to 9.9. The tan delta, that is loss tangent of the substrate or the material, is 0.001, because every time we have to require a low loss transmission line. And the characteristic impedance Z0 equal to 50 ohm. So the value of epsilon r is given, H is given. Now we have to require the W by H. So in this graph, you can see this is the graph in between W by H and Z0. So here we have Z0 for 40 ohm and this line is for Z0 60 ohm. So in between we consider the Z0 equal to 50 ohm, which is given in our problem. And the epsilon r is given 9.9. So here you can see there is a graph for epsilon r equal to 9.8 and this is this one. So for this graph we have to find the value of W by H. So here you can see that this graph and this 50 ohm line is intersecting at this point. And this point is approximately 0.9 value, because 0.5 is here, 1 is here. So the value of W by H, so the value of W by H is approximately equal to 0.9 or 0.8, somewhere in between 0.9 or 0.8. Okay. So we have a rough idea that W by H will be less than 1 and it is also less than 2. So as I have told you that either we can assume the value of W by H or we can also calculate the W by H from the graphs, and these graphs are given in many of the books or almost all the books of microstrip lines. So we can take the value of W by H directly from the graph. Now we will calculate the rest of the values. Now we have already calculated the value of W by H, which is less than 1. So now we will calculate A to get the value of W, and A is Z0 upon 60 under root epsilon R plus 1 upon 2 plus epsilon R minus 1 upon epsilon R plus 1, and this term will be multiplied by 0.23 plus 0.11 upon epsilon R. So Z0 equal to 50 and this is 60 under root epsilon R is 9.9. This is 9.9 plus 1 upon 2 plus 9.9 minus 1. This is plus 1. 9.9 plus 1, 0.23 plus 0.11 divided by 9.9. So when we will solve this equation for A, we will get the value of A equal to 2.142. Now as we know from the equation that W by D will be equal to 8 e raised to power A upon e raised to power 2A minus 2, and we have the value of A is 2.142. So the W upon D will be 8 e raised to power 2.142 upon e raised to power 2 into 2.142 minus 2. So by solving this, we will get W by D equal to 0.9654 and W will be 0.9654 multiplied by 0.5 because the value of D is 0.5 mm, it is given. So W will be equal to, after solving this, we will get the value of W equal to 0.483 mm. Now we have width of the microstrip, we have material of the microstrip substrate, we have thickness of the microstrip substrate. So now we can easily design the microstrip line for all these parameters. Now in the next video, by the use of this data, we will design the microstrip line. Thank you.